Alrighty, welcome back to the fourth Yordle that's being released on patch 2.0 for League of Legends Wild Rift. We're coming to the end of this little news cycle here where we're doing a bunch of the ability gameplays, and the only thing really left after this is to get the gameplay done. We'll obviously be doing some dumb stuff on the channel before that, but regardless, we're going to have to wait until then. But we don't necessarily have to wait until then to see exactly what the champions do. There's been some interesting changes with Corki, unlike Kennen and unlike Tristana in the previous videos, which if you haven't seen, you should go check out now on the channel. They are very, very faithful adaptations from Wild Rift. They haven't, like, from PC to Wild Rift. They haven't had a crazy amount of changes to them, which is might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. It depends on how you vibe with it. But regardless, keep the notification bell on, or hit it if you haven't already, if you're interested in seeing the final one, which is going to be Lulu, or if you're just interested in keeping up to date with the channel and news as they comes for when I post the gameplay videos for these, hopefully later this week or very, very early next week as well. I'm super excited to do them, and hopefully excited to show you exactly what each champion does before you have to spend your hard-earned money on it. Now, I'll also, as I say every video that I've done on this news cycle as well, the source will be linked in the description if you want to go check that out. It's a Chinese channel, but as I say as well, I really like the idea of having representation in the West. Wild Rift is not a massive game in Europe and NA yet. It's not even out in NA, to be honest. So getting people excited, getting people pumped up in the western side of the world, it's a massive thing in Asia, but unfortunately, you know, we need to show some representation. So regardless, it's good to have somebody that's speaking English that's able to teach people or show people exactly how everything's working and how everything's doing. So let's get into things with Corki. Now, honestly, there's one really cool change, but beyond that, there hasn't been a crazy amount that has been changed overall. Now, his passive is that he converts 80 damage into magic damage as well, so you can be building your Infinity Edges, you can be building your attack speed, your Trinity Forces, and that will be converted into magic damage overall. His first ability as well is he throws this little, like, arcing bomb that blasts into an area. It's super great for getting your Sheen procs off, super great for getting your Trinity Force procs off. Does a bunch of damage. These videos never ever give justice to how much damage this thing does. Corki is a champion that definitely scales like a lot harder into late though. So trust me, when you get a couple of items, when you get 3 items deep on Corki, this thing, along with your auto attack after it, is going to be absolutely blasting. Now, his second ability is where basically he does a big like carpet bomb of the area. He blasts the area, and if you stand on that where he's standing, you're going to take a lot of burn damage. You're going to get slowed a little bit. I don't actually think it knocks back on this version. I don't know if they changed anything here. I believe it completely stays still. But like it does definitely change on like it's exactly the same when he gets his package as well. His third ability is his Gatling Gun, and I don't know if you can see, but he kind of like strafes, and like it's like he locks onto the target, and you can move independently while Corki is still facing the person that you want to do damage to. Now, in PC, you have to be very careful where you're facing, because if you try and turn away and run away, his Gatling Gun is facing the opposite direction from the person he might want to be doing damage to. But in Wild Rift, they've made this so much easier. If you walk onto a target, you're stuck on that target, you're going to be blasting them whether or not you're backing away from them, which is going to be amazing for trying to deal with ganks and trying to deal with terror dives, where you're able to back away, move backwards, whilst also still getting that damage done. And I believe it also still does true damage as well on that third ability. Now, his fourth ability, his ultimate, is that every like couple of seconds he charges up a rocket that you can fire off. And every, I think, fourth, you fire what's called a big boy, and it does a bunch of damage. This is really great for poking people. It's really great for sieging towers. And also, it's really great because it's on such a low cooldown. You can see this person is just firing these out. It's really great for getting those Sheen procs going. Now, alongside this, every, like, I think it's like, I don't know what it is on Wild Rift, but starting at like a certain amount of time in the game, Corki gets these things called packages. These are Amazon Prime deliveries of pain in his base. You can pick these up. It blares a big siren in the middle of the game to let people know that you have your package and you're ready to roll. You pick up this package, suddenly you're moving a whole lot faster, and your second ability gets transformed into this really long version of itself that knocks people away, and it does a bunch of damage. If you get your package up and the enemy team are silly enough to want to fight this, and they stand on that napalm, they are going to get burned into eternity. It is absolutely ridiculous the damage that this can do in a team fight if you manage to use it well. Granted, it knocks people away from it initially, but you still get that proc on them, you still get that burn damage when you actually hit them if you fly over them. And if your team are able to get them back onto that, they will die if they stand on that for longer than 3 seconds. It doesn't matter how tanky you are, unless you got an adaptive film, you're going to be feeling the burn on that one. So yeah, that's Corki and Wild Rift. He's looking really, really cool. I really love the change to his third ability, to his Gatling Gun. It's almost something that I wish like PC League of Legends had, but I think there's like some skill to it, and you're able to move your mouse a lot faster than you are to tap necessarily, so I think it's something cool. I think it's a really great addition to Wild Rift regardless. But yeah, that's Corki and Wild Rift. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you want to keep up to date with all the other Yordle champions that are coming out, I've already posted the other 3 before this, and there's only Lulu to come. So by all means, hit the notification bell if you want to see the Lulu one the second that it drops. Go back and watch the other ones as well. I don't know, I'll try and prepare a playlist as well for all the Yordle champions as they come out, so you can probably click at the top, you know, right at the screen where there's a little eye. You can find the playlist yourself and have a look through them. And they're all very, very short videos, like less than 5 minutes. This one has gone on a bit longer because I'm talking about them, but I'm talking about the playlist. But every single one is less. You can find out everything you need to know about every single champion in less than 20 minutes. Regardless, yeah, thank you so much for watching this. Please consider subscribing to the channel, give the video a like if you're excited for Corki, and I'll see you all later. Have a fantastic one. Take care.